you're watching this, I'm assuming you're really overweight, or you're not really confident in your appearance and you want to lose some weight, and maybe you've been working out and you haven't seen any results, or you're just wanting to start working out, start a diet just to lose some weight. Well, I've been working out for about 6 years. I've been a personal trainer for about a year, year and a half. So I know a lot about what I'm doing. I've taken courses on it. I've experienced it myself. I actually started off super skinny. I was about 120, 130 pounds when I first started, but I bulked up because I wanted to gain some weight, and I took it a little too far, and I got very overweight. I did not look good for myself. I'm 5'9", and I got to where I was over 200 pounds, and I bulked up. I was just really overeating, just binge eating every time I would like think about eating just to know, like, oh, I got to gain some weight. I got to gain some weight, and I'd stress out about it. And so I just overeat every time I would eat instead of doing it properly and learning about diet and how to work out properly. But what I'm trying to say is I've experienced both extremes, and I know a lot about weight loss as well because I've had some clients who are extremely heavy, and I've helped them cut down over 100 pounds. I've had a couple. But anyways, there's some very simple steps you can take, and I'm gonna keep them short and break it down as best as I can. That way, it's really easy and step by step. That way, you can just implement it into your life immediately. Now, I'll start with diet because that's the most important thing. Exercise is going to be very important too, but diet is going to help you more than anything. So I'm going to assume you are a binge eater, and when you eat, you can't help but eating a ton. Like you have to just have a whole meal instead of just like if maybe you go for a snack, you just have a little bite, and you're like, yeah, I need the rest. I gotta eat the rest of that. And that was me with ice cream. Every night I would have a whole pint of ice cream. I'd be like, I'm just gonna have some, and I'd kill the whole pint. And I mean, it helped me gain weight. It helped me with my goal. But man, I would just kill that thing like in a matter, in a matter of minutes. And I'm sure you might go through something like this too, especially with sweets. And so maybe my first point, sugar is going to cause you to overeat. So whenever you're dieting, especially as a bigger person, your stomach can hold more food, and you're used to eating more, so it doesn't affect you. Well, when you eat sugary stuff, there's a hormone in your body called ghrelin and a hormone called insulin. And ghrelin is what causes you to want to eat. And whenever you eat sugary stuff, it spikes your insulin. And the insulin blocks your ghrelin, so your mind doesn't know whenever you're full. So you're able to just keep eating instead of stopping whenever you need to stop. And it causes you to overeat and binge eat. And that's why it happens a lot. You probably notice with sugary things. If you have something with a lot of sugar in it, it causes you to just eat and eat and eat and eat, and you don't really get full. That's because your insulin levels are spiked. So first thing you really want to do is just avoid sugar. Try to. This is very extreme if you want to try this, but try to stay below 30 grams of added sugars. But besides that, try to keep it to a minimal. Figure out what you're eating now and just try to cut it. And maybe slowly do it progressively. Don't just cut it out at once because it won't be able to stick to it. It's going to be a little bit too much for you and you're going to be craving it. But as you go and go, it gets to a point to where you're like, okay, I don't really need this. You maybe have some every now and then, but you don't need it. And that's where I got to. The big thing for me was sugar. I was just really bad with sugar. And I still kind of am, but I've got it down to a point where I can control it. I don't really have it excessively, except for maybe like once every 1 or 2 weeks. But anyway, so cut back on your sugar, and it'll help a lot with binge eating. Next point is calorie intake. You need to figure out about how much you eat in a day. So look up a food log and track how many calories you eat for about, we'll say if you eat a lot of different things, track it for about a week and see how many calories you get on average for the whole week per day. And then what you want to do is cut down on calories. You can do it slowly, you can do it quickly, however you want to do it. So let's say you're eating 4,000 calories a day, which is very plausible if you're a very, very obese person. If not, you're probably getting around 3. Just try to aim for around 2 to 2,500, and that's how much the average person is supposed to eat. And whenever you start losing weight, you'll notice it'll be a lot quicker at first, probably, and then you'll get to a point where you stop losing weight. It'll be over time, but you'll gradually get to where you stop losing weight. What you need to do then is slowly drop the calories some more. So say you're at 2,700, take off 200 and start eating 2,500. And whenever that stops again, take off another 200 and start eating 2,300. And you'll see that as you eat less calories, it starts going down and down and down and down. And that's just calories in. To say you do cheat and eat a little bit more, you do cardio. And I'm gonna touch on cardio more, but basically when you're doing cardio, it's just your whole goal is to burn calories. Maybe keep your heart rate. The goal is to burn calories for weight loss. So let's say you are eating 2,500 calories, or you're supposed to, and you accidentally eat 2,700 calories. You want to burn 200 calories doing cardio. So maybe you're doing the treadmill. You walk the treadmill, do whatever you want to do, whatever kind of cardio you want to do it. And then whenever you see you burn 200 calories, then you're at your goal for the day. And you can do this even better if you do hit your goal of 2,500. If you burn off 200, then you really technically only got 2,300 in your body. And the whole thing is, whenever you're not gaining weight or losing weight, that means your net calorie is zero. Because let's say you are eating 2,500 calories, but you stop going up and down in weight, that means your body burns 2,500 calories throughout the day, so you're at 0 calories. Now, if you had burned off 200 more calories, you'd be at technically negative 200 calories, and that's why you would lose weight. And if you ate an extra 200, you'd be positive 200 calories, and that's why you would gain weight. So you want to try to stay in a negative calorie, which is called a calorie deficit, and this will be what will help you lose weight. Now, that's the three main things you want to do: just avoid sugar, eat less, so get less calories, and then do cardio. Right now, on top of that, for diet, you're just gonna want to avoid processed foods and eat more healthier foods, like healthy fats, more protein, not processed, just things like this. And you'll notice that your body will react to it, and you'll start losing more weight, and you'll have more muscle too. That way, whenever you do lose the weight, you won't have all this like saggy skin. And I mean, it depends how fast you do. If you lose the weight super fast, you're gonna have saggy skin. But if you do it, progressively over time, your skin won't be as saggy, and it'll kind of fit your body more, and you'll have muscle poking out that'll make the skin not be as loose. That's a whole other topic, but basically you implement all these things and you'll see it over time. But for working out, now I mentioned cardio already, but if you're doing weightlifting or just exercise in general, you want to do full body movements. So obviously, as a big person, you wouldn't just be doing just like isolated curls, just doing curls or tricep rope extension. You don't want to do these because you're just focusing on one muscle. So you're going to be using your body a lot less, and you're going to be burning way less calories. So let's say we're going to we'll compare the rope extension, tricep rope extension. We'll compare that to doing a deadlift. A deadlift, you're using your whole body, so your body's burning more energy, burning more calories. So it's going to help you with weight loss more because you'll be burning more calories, which brings back to diet. You'll be burning more calories. It's going to help a lot. Now, if you're doing just the rope extension, you're using literally just your tricep. That's all you're using for this movement. So you're going to be burning significantly less calories because instead of using your entire body, you're focusing on one muscle, right? So you can see how you'd be using a lot less energy. So with these workouts, I recommend doing like sled pulls, sled push, deadlift, squat, bench, the big compound movements, things like that, RDLs, bent over rows, something where you're using your whole body. You can look up any workout like that. Those are just some examples you can use, but just look up full body workouts and implement those in your training routine. And however you decide to train, however many days you do it, however you split it up, just try to make sure you have as many full body movements as possible. And that's really all you really need to do. So you get your diet and then you get your exercise. Diet, avoid sugar, cut back on calories, and do cardio to lower the calories, and have a better diet. So have the diet just less, like I said, I don't need to go over it again. You got all that earlier. That's for the diet. And then for working out, again, cardio, and then full body workouts. And work out as much as you can, or as many days a week as you can. Not as much as you can, because you don't want to work out all fucking day, but as much as you can. And then you got smaller habits you can help with that too. But this is just dedicated to the exercise. Just diet and working out. Those are what you need to follow. If you do those, promise it'll work out. But if this helped you at all, please subscribe. If you're interested in the kind of content, also please subscribe. If this works for you in the future, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you implement this into your lifestyle. I'm curious if it helps anybody. But yeah, see ya.